Happy New Year, Rankers! We're back. You're all set for a big 2017. If you are and you want us to cover some more stuff that we haven't covered, let us know. Just leave a comment on YouTube or on the blog or on the Facebook page or wherever you want. Send us a snail mail. Probably won't get that though. Yeah, let us know if there's something else you want to have covered on this show in our 13th year of doing it. So there you go. Okay, tomorrow, or this week, there's a penalty coming out for mobile. Now, in case you missed it, last year we did a story on this. Google is bringing out a penalty for websites that are serving pop-ups or interstitials or those sorts of things to their mobile users. Now, the deadline for that, having that fixed, is actually tomorrow or this week. And the announcement was basically saying, you know, if you are serving things like, well, hang on, let me show you. Let's do a search here. We've got women's shoes is our search. And we're going to have a look at the site here. And we'll just leave that one there for a second. So that looks fine. But if we wait about another 10 or 15 seconds, we get the big pop-up saying, hey, give us your email address, give us your information. And what Google is saying is that's fine for the desktop, but it's really inconvenient for mobile users. Now, we've already been talking to a few clients about what's acceptable, what's not acceptable. Google is saying that pop-up's not going to come, it's going to make a liar out of me. Yes, it's making a liar out of me. It's probably got a cookie attached, which is why I've already seen it once, so it's probably not going to show it to me again. Still bad though. Let's see, we'll go hit the back button because we had another one here. Let's have a look. Let's go to, I think it's StyleTread. Big brand in Australia. Yeah, there you go. So StyleTread, very well known brand, very popular. And we've got the first thing that the mobile user sees is a pop-up wanting your email address submit, and I have to find it. To click it off, I have to find that little square up there. So Google's saying don't do that anymore, because if you do, we are going to basically reduce your visibility in mobile search for users. So, and for these sorts of categories, that would be, I would have thought, the majority of traffic from Google would be mobile for fashion brands, in our experience anyway. Most of the searches being done for fashion sites tend to be coming in via mobile. So you've got to have, what's acceptable? I had a lot of people ask, well, what can we do? Well, what Google has said is, I think we've got another one here. Let's have a look at this one. I think this is a bad one too. Oh, same site as the other one. There you go. Well, they got more than one problem. Is that the same site? Do that again. Wow. Okay. Let's have a look at one that is doing it well. That's amazing. All right. I don't even know they're related. They probably are. All right. So home loans was the search. Actually, let's do women's watches. There's another one. So women's watches. Oh, women's watches, women's shoes. In case you're wondering how I'm doing this search, this is basically in Chrome, incognito, and what we've done here is we've got it suited to an iPhone 6 Plus. Now, before you're saying, well, that's maybe not sending the right message to the web server saying that it is actually a mobile device, I have actually checked these also on the mobile phone, on the iPhone, and we are indeed getting these pop-ups on mobile. So the ones that I'm showing you here through the Chrome browser with the user agent as iPhone 6 Plus, they are actually happening on the phones themselves, these same pop-ups. I think it was Nixon, yeah, this one. There's another one. Bang, as soon as you hit the site, we get that. And then the site that's doing it right is something like this. So Google has said that there's a couple of things that are acceptable. So for instance, if you're doing cookie notices, in some jurisdictions you have to put up a notice saying that you're collecting cookies. That's an acceptable pop-up. App install, if you've got an app for when mobile users hit your site and you're trying to encourage them to install the app rather than the website, that's an acceptable pop-up, providing it's taking up no more space, former client, then we'll wait for this one to come up. Not too sure what the trigger was for this one. Waiting. No. It's got to make a liar out of me as well. I'll scroll all the way down. Maybe that's what I have to do. Scroll all the way back up. No, once again, it's got a cookie in it. So I could delete all my cookies and we could see it. But basically what's acceptable is the size of an app install banner. So what Google's saying, if you have a banner that's only taking up a very small portion of the screen size, then that's acceptable. But what you can't be doing is putting in a big, what we call interstitial, or a big whole screen pop-up that pushes all the content down. You can't have anything like that, or you will lose mobile search. And look, for the most part, this is probably a pretty good penalty, if you want to call it that, rather than because let's face it, we all hate pop-ups, but they work, right? So we know that they work, but apparently not so much on mobile. So no, this is not showing me the pop-up anymore because I've already been to the site. Let's find another one. Let's see if ING's got one. No. So I've only been able to find one site so far today that is doing the pop-ups as Google has suggested if you want to do them on mobile. So if you've already got an app install pop-up, use that same size for any other pop-ups that you're doing on mobile, because if you do not, you will lose mobile search traffic. And for certain industries, that could be the majority of your traffic, so watch out for that one. If you've got anything else you want us to cover this year, more of this, less of that, if you want interviews or whatever, let us know, and we'll see what we can do. Thanks very much. We'll see you next week. Have a great 2017. Thanks very much. Bye.